effective leaders are needed not only in government and industry, but in our communities and civic organizations as well. Even at Toastmasters, the difference between a successful club and an unsuccessful club is the quality of leadership within the club. Leadership abilities are not inherited. Just like communication skills, leadership skills are learned and honed through experience, facing challenges and learning from failures and successes. If you consider present and past great leaders, they are alike in 3 areas. Effective leaders provide a clear direction through their vision, mission, values, goals, and plans. They foster collaboration through team building, delegation, coaching, and service leadership attitudes. Finally, effective leaders motivate achievement by providing feedback, support, and recognition, and by resolving conflicts. Toastmasters International's The Leadership Excellence Series is a set of programs that addresses these leadership topics. In today's presentation, Delegate to Empower, we're going to learn about one of these subjects. Leaders cannot accomplish challenging goals alone. They must rely on others to carry out specific tasks or activities. Think of the head of a major corporation. That person cannot possibly do every job in the company. She must rely on vice presidents to oversee different operations. The vice presidents in turn rely on department managers and oversee day-to-day operations. If the corporation is successful, you can attribute the success to a leader who knows how to delegate effectively. Today's presentation will be given by Susie Stoyanovsky. Susie is an independent senior sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. She has been operating her business for 18 years. In order to run a successful business, she's had to learn the art of delegation. Let's discover how to delegate to empower. Please join me in welcoming Susie Stoyanovsky.
Good morning, OC Toasters.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is my pleasure to share with you this morning the art of delegation. To become an effective leader, you will need to act and help others. To become an effective leader, you will need others to act on your behalf. Delegation refers to the process of transferring responsibility for a specific activity or task to another member of the organization and empowering that individual to accomplish the tasks effectively. Leaders achieve their goal by working harder and longer, but by delegating work to others, the project can get done more effectively. When leaders delegate, they empower themselves and empower their team members. Everyone benefits. This is the project, and the leader is delegating people to have a piece of the project. There are some barriers to delegation, however. Sometimes leaders may feel uncomfortable about delegation for several reasons. Lack of confidence. Some leaders simply do not believe that team members have the ability for the necessary tasks. Fear. Sometimes leaders are afraid of losing authority. Vanity. Some leaders don't want to share the credit. Have you ever worked with anyone like that? Insecurity. Leaders fear that a team member may do so well that the team member may take their job. Woohoo, in Mary Kay, we don't need to fear that. There's a leadership position for anyone who wants to work toward it. Self-importance. A few leaders believe that no one can do the job as well as they can, so they do it all themselves. And by golly, look what happens. It's important to remember that leaders reach their leadership position because of their skills and ability, and that they want to preserve that reputation. They feel that they are risking their reputation by relying on others to do the work. But if delegation is done skillfully, the risk is minimized. As a leader, you are evaluated on how well your team performs as well as your individual performance. There's 5 steps in the delegation process. The delegation that you want to delegate, you need to decide what it is. Use the tasks that need to be done, and then decide which part of your team is the best fit for that task. Decide who will do the task. Make sure that you match the person's ability with the task at hand. Assign responsibilities. Clearly communicate the task and make sure that the team member accepts the task and understands the responsibilities. Grant authority. Give the team members the right to gather resources and make the necessary decisions to complete the task at hand. Without such authority, most team members won't be able to complete the task. Establish accountability. You must hold your team members accountable for completing the task that they agree to do. Choosing the right people. Make every effort to select the best team members possible when assigning tasks. When delegating, consider those who are knowledgeable. Make sure the team member has the knowledge needed to achieve the task. Select a motivated team member. The team member could be knowledgeable, but if he or she does not believe in the leader's goals or simply just isn't interested, it's unlikely that this person will achieve the needed delegation that has been given to her. Make sure your team member that you select is able. If the team member has other responsibilities not related to your project, then perhaps he or she may not have time or energy or even interest in devoting to the task at hand. Communication is the key. Fully describe the task and expected results to your team. Give all the information necessary to get the task started, or inform the team member where they can find the necessary information so they can do the research and get the task at hand done. Agree on performance standards and timelines. If you give a team member a task, you have to have an agreement and you have to have timelines to report back and forth. When you report back and forth, then you can help the team member if they're falling short of the timeline that was agreed upon. And identify resources. Make sure the team member knows the materials, the information, and if there's a budget involved, be sure that they know the budget involved, so they don't have to come back and forth to you every time that they need to purchase something that's involved in this decision. Follow-up. Recognition and benefits. Follow-up. Once you have delegated the task, you can't just walk away from it. Have any of you ever delegated a task and said, okay, I've done that, and you walked away? Needless to find that when you go back and have an expectation of that task being done, perhaps it never got finished. So don't walk away. Be sure to follow up. And follow-up is vital in the delegation process. Make sure the team member knows that you want to hear about their successes as well as any problems that could be occurring. Offer feedback and help when necessary. Recognition. We all like our recognition, don't we? In Toastmasters, we love our recognition. We get those ribbons. When you get the results you want from a team member, recognize her for her achievement. Tell her what she did right and how much it meant to you. Recognition encourages the team member to do more, and it also encourages other team members to want to come on board and be part of the team as well. Benefits. Benefits. Good delegation requires thought and careful planning, but it has a number of benefits. One done properly, it can lead to a more involved and empowered workforce. Anybody would like a more involved and empowered workforce? Increase productivity and quality. Would you all like your productivity increased and the quality of the work? A great commitment from your team members. For those of you that work with a team, isn't it great to have them on board and be committed to working toward a common goal? Team members are more likely to be committed to your goal when they are involved and allowed to contribute to your successes. Once people are actively involved, they develop a sense of ownership. People feel important and needed, and they'll do the best to accomplish the goal. In closing, if you're going to be a successful leader, take the time to develop the delegation skills that we discussed today. Our Toastmasters Club is an ideal place to begin. Volunteer to serve as a club officer. All of our club officers, raise your hand. Let's give these club officers recognition. You can also help being a chairperson for one of the offices that we have in the club. So if you're not on a chair in the club, perhaps membership or PR, we would love to talk to you and you can be involved in that. You will empower others and you will empower yourself. Thank you very much.